Goodbye.
What is up, my darkness family, and welcome to episode 1 of the brand new Dark Society podcast. We wanted to do something different. Now, as the title suggests, we have AEW, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and more coming up right now. I'm here with Mr. B Nation, who is back with us after a while.
What's up?
And then I'm here with Mr. Programmer.
Oh.
Okay, let's get into the AEW rumors. Bryan, CM Punk, and Bryan Danielson.
Yes. Two guys that I've known and I've loved for years. Ever since the win at WrestleMania 30 for D-Bry, I've just been such a fan and I honor him a lot. His stuff in Ring of Honor was also very good as well. Like, he is a legend. And for Punk, the infamous pipe bomb. I remember watching it live, and I'm like, this guy has it all. This guy should be the next WWE champion. My dreams became true at that Money in the Bank that same year. He won the title. And they let him off the hook, and I was like, this is the promos I want to see. This is the quality I want to see. I just hate how WWE did him so dirty. They didn't necessarily do D-Bry dirty. He just got put in a weird spot where he had to make the WrestleMania match triple threat. For Punk, though, they gave him his release papers on his wedding day. You don't do that.
You talk about disrespect.
You don't do that. And the crazy part about D-Bry's, well, not D-Bry's, CM Punk's promos, all of them are true. Like, most of the stuff he says is a fact. It's not a lie. Because showing it now how bad WWE and Monday Night Raw is with their women's division and their men, it's bad over there, man. It's pretty terrible. It's rough. The only saving grace is Roman and Cena going into SummerSlam. Honest. Well, maybe Edge and Rollins would probably be good, but other than those two, I don't really care about anything else.
Let's get into what everybody's talking about over the last 3-4 days. That is, Bryan Danielson signs a contract with
I don't know how you missed
AEW,
that tie.
and possibly CM Punk has also signed. Guys, can I get your thoughts on this and everything that's been going on on Twitter? Everybody's talking about it. Ethan, I'm gonna start with you.
You can go first, Ty, because you didn't talk to me.
I'm just hoping that, it's, everything's real, like, of course, CM Punk coming back to WWE wouldn't be a bad thing for WWE, but I don't know if it'd be a really good thing for him. I mean, like, he's not gonna let him, like, there's not much he could do there that he hasn't done. The same thing with Daniel Bryan, really. Like, I just hope to see them both. One, I'm hoping to see, Chicago. I'm hoping, Punk's gonna be in Chicago. And, Daniel Bryan, he's supposedly supposed to come in, on September, apparently.
Which
The last post
going to that September show.
The last post we got from CM Punk was on Twitter with him posting Cyrus, The Last Dance.
Brooke Shat.
If you're not familiar with that saying,
man, I wish I would have tried to get that name.
That was the theme song used for the Chicago Bulls in MJ's last stand.
Yep.
And here's some more news that CM Punk earlier today, or yesterday, he followed AEW along with Living Color. For those of you who don't know who Living Color is, Living Color is the Vengeance Saints cult of personality. greatest song ever, and it still stands to this day.
But
Yes.
here's the interesting thing. He also unblocked the WWE and has followed the WWE.
True.
Which is also not going to send fans into a panic attack or, oh, is he going to sign WWE or is he going to sign with AEW?
This is literally two things, right? I do get out of that. He's doing the WWE thing to fuck with us,
That's what I'm
or
thinking.
he might have pulled a deal off that we don't know about. A secret deal that we don't know about. And he's trying to stir the pot. And make fans throw off their game a bit. Because fans are very smart, and they've seen tricks like this before. Because Punk is a massive troll on Twitter. Like, massive troll.
Like Edge.
But I think he's trying to throw him off in many ways. Now,
You see-
I wanted to actually do this tie, and I didn't get a chance to ask Rob this either. If Bryan Danielson, because I know you absolutely love Daniel Bryan just like me, if Bryan Danielson were to come to AEW, what do you think would be the perfect matchup for him that you would want to see?
Dude. I mean, dude, like, I would love to see, Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega. There's a lot, like, you Sammy Guevara. Oh man, there's a lot.
Here's another
Darby Allin could
interesting
be one,
news.
too.
AEW had to reformat long-term creative plans due to CM Punk and Daniel Bryan coming in. Because they already had some stuff booked and set up, but they had to change it in. And here's
Like,
another
we already
one.
know-
Here's another one. Okay, Ethan. I'm gonna let you finish.
Like, we already basically know Daniel Bryan is, like, already signed, like, because apparently, he's already, like, gotten a physical.
Now,
Like, he's gotten a full-blown physical.
for those of you who don't know who Ringside News is, it is Brian Alvarez, and he get his sources legitimacy. He said this. BodySlam.net broke the news about Daniel Bryan, provided 100% certainty that CM Punk will be in
Go,
Chicago.
Oh, let's go.
It's a matter of which show
Go to.
he will be at. He said, I believe the Ringside News report 100%. I have a lot of other stuff I've been told sort of that I was told that he's 100% for Chicago. They want Punk in Chicago, and they want him to be there. It's a matter of
Got there third.
it's another matter of if, but when.
Oh.
Brian, do you want anything else for you to add?
Oh. I would say if they are coming in, I think the creative freedom, especially for Punk, if he's gonna do promos again and get back into wrestling, it's gonna really elevate him as a legend. Because we all know CM Punk is a legend in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But if he is the creative freeman, which, in the company you have creative freedom with your promos and your wrestling. And the way you wrestle and everything. You still have your freedom. Yeah, I'm out. That's a double play. Damn.
I thought you read
My point is, you give him that creative freedom to do something like that, he's going to take every advantage. Like, straight up. For Bryan Danielson, it could also help him out. He could be more edgy with his promos, which could help him out in any way possible.
This news broke.
And this will hopefully help AEW for a long time going forward, because AEW, because I've been following along, and they have Rampage coming up in August, which is kind of like a mini Friday show for them.
Dude, man, so many people that just like they got like. There's
Not
one
only
thing
that-
I hope they don't do. Just don't.
They're literally setting up a roster for the future, man.
Just don't sign Braun Strowman.
I'm gonna say
WWE
this.
should just take Braun Strowman back.
When
We
they
don't need Braun
heard,
Strowman.
when fans heard that Punk might be at Chicago's, the ticket prices skyrocketed.
Oh yeah.
Now, for those of you who are saying CM Punk and Tony Khan is not gonna say nothing. Punk ain't gonna say nothing. Punk might fuck with you, but he ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh, no. Tony Khan has learned from the whole Christian thing. When he kinda gave it away.
Yeah.
The only way we really know that... Good run. The only way we know that something's going to be happening is he put on the podcast that there's more big surprises coming within those months.
All we can say is, right now, rumors are just rumors. We're just going by from what we heard and what we know.
What we heard and what we read.
Only thing we can
That's right.
tell you guys
Make that play.
is either watch all three of those Chicago shows, Dynamite, Rampage, and All Out. What?
Honestly, I could see, I don't think they should, but I could see them having him debut at Rampage because isn't that like the first Rampage?
No, the first Rampage is on August 13th on TNT. But I think it's in a different city, I think.
Debuting like one of them like on that to try to like, to get people to walk Rampage.
It would be a cool kickoff. But it'd be a weird debut because Rampage is supposed to be like a second mini show.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be the main show. The main show is Dynamite, 2 hours on TNT.
If they're gonna do Punk,
Wednesdays at 8. That's the main show.
and if they're gonna
It'd
do
be
this,
weird for him to debut on like a Rampage.
they should do it
It'd be really weird
at
for
All
them to
Out
do it on a
because there's a big pay-per-view, all these damn fans, and a lot. Bryan has agreed with me on this. Omega,
Let's go, Cedric.
Kid Omega should retain. After he wins, he grabs the microphone.
I don't
talk some shit.
From the beginning, I said Adam Heyman Page should take the title. Honest.
Talk some shit.
Because don't get me wrong, I respect Kenny for what he's doing with like the other title stuff, but I just hate how he's just ultimately disrespecting each brand's title. Like, dude, literally all he shows the AEW title. He doesn't show the Impact, he doesn't show the other titles he has. It's not cool. And I hate that he's, like, I get it, you want to focus on your main brand, AEW. But you're not helping Impact at all, and that's why, bro, you got New Japan involved, because now Jay White's a fucking Impact too. Oh, that's gone. Joey Gallo. Anyway, but yeah, that's why it's just, it's not that I hate Kenny as a wrestler. And I think Todd can even agree with me on this.
Oh yeah.
We don't hate Kenny as a wrestler. When we talk about Kenny Omega, we don't hate him as a wrestler. We don't hate him as a person either. We just hate him how the way he's booked. That's the only reason why we hate him. It's because the way they booked him just did not work. Like, it started off well, but then as it went, it just got worse and worse. Like, it got worse. What the hell was that?
Now, if AEW had to reformat creative plans, possibly Kenny Omega may retain, but it makes sense.
It does make sense, though, because you do want Punk and Kenny. So, that'd be the only exception I give for Kenny Omega retaining the title. That's the only one.
He comes
That's
out.
the only one.
He wins.
CM Punk,
Kenny Omega wins. He goes to the microphone.
Hangman and Adam Page are friends.
Yeah.
True.
I
feel like you do a matchup like that down the line. I don't know if you do that as a first
guys, hold on.
match because dude, both of them are faces. Bro, Samuel's not going to be a heel when he gets to Chicago. He's going to be beloved.
Retaining the title and then attacking Hangman and Adam Page and then CM Punk coming out.
Or maybe to save Adam Heyman Page, because
remember,
Kenny's still got Good Brothers, Kenny's got Young Bucks. He's got
I forgot all about this.
Colt Cabana, got a whole squad.
Colt Cabana, he's in AEW. You remember that lawsuit that Punk had with him?
Yeah, remember that? He went.
I don't know if they squashed anything or not.
There's also things about stuff like how
I'm assuming they squashed their beef, but I'm not too sure.
Hangman and Adam Page should end up leaving the Dark Order.
I can see it two ways. I like it this approach. One, Omega retains. Talk some shit. Here comes Punk. Adam Page wins. Here comes the Dark Order. Beats the shit out of Adam Page. Cause the personality hits, comes down, beats the shit out of Omega. Those are two possibilities on how they can do it.
That could happen. So I do think the Dark Order needs a heel turn. They've been a face. They've been a face. Oh, wow.
It's because they were heels before because of Brody Lee, but then Brody Lee unfortunately, RIP, Brody Lee passed away unfortunately, so they had to like scramble.
Yep.
Which I love them as a face. Like, bro, I love fucking John Silver. John Silver's one of my favorite dudes on that team. I fucking love John Silver. But a heel turn would be interesting to turn on the guy that they trust. And you get some interesting promos there because Evil Uno can be like the talker and everything. So it could be interesting.
Now
it could be intriguing.
Now I can see. Do you know how every wrestler from WWE comes in, talks shit about WWE? And just imagine Punk comes in the next week, Wednesday on Dynamite.
He does the Jericho
grabs
podcast.
That mic and he talks the holy shit down on WWE.
Just goes off.
He drops
not only he can do the Jericho podcast, which most of the WWE stars have done.
Yes.
You can also do just let him go on the mic and say a bunch of garbage. Like, you could just let him go at it. Because the best part about AEW, yeah, you might not like their fans, you might not like their style, but their promos are mostly excellent because they have freedom to go off the script. Look what Jericho does. His promos get better and better every time he goes off the script.
Lots of people know.
The stuff he did with MJF.
A lot of people don't know.
Superb.
Punk grew back out his hair. His long hair. A lot of people don't know that.
Like when he came back on Payback, or you mean like?
Like his long hair, yeah. Like whenever his slick back hair.
His old black hair. Back in the ECW days.
Just hit a home run. Fuck.
Brian, I'm talking about back in the. Brian, I'm talking about back in the old ECW days. That Punk.
Oh, that Punk. Oh, well, it has been a while since we've seen Punk. Like, actual facial wise.
Oh, you know what time it is, Brian?
Okay, let's talk about some WWE bullshit. Brian, you want to start?
On the ground to third.
I have a lot to get off my chest, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Go all out. This is a no filter, no contest podcast. Anything goes. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do this kind of like a letter style, because this has one deal with. Dear Vince McMahon, we are a very passionate fan. We love your company from day one. I've loved WWE since 2011. Since that time, I've just fell in love with wrestling in general. I went to my first live show at Nassau Coliseum in Long Island. Had a great time. I saw John Cena. He became one of my favorites. But then The Rock appeared, and he became one of my favorites. And it just continued to add on and add on. This great a plethora of people. And then the new generation came in with NXT, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, Aleister Black, guys like that were great. Then in 2018, which I think arguably is WWE's worst year, all things went hell broke loose. Raw became absolute garbage. You threw Roman down our throats. You made Braun Strowman look like a joke. You brought in Lesnar for appearances, but that was the only good thing. You had Goldberg back, which, first time I was okay with it because branding. Second time, I was like, alright, don't push it. Then the third time, I was like, don't push it. Now I'm just done.
Why is it getting title match when you don't deserve it?
I was pretty
gonna be
much
awful.
done after he won after he beat Kane. I was pretty much done that.
I was done at that point. If you had so much potential to rebound yourself, use some of these new talent, but you kept going to the old guys. And then you have fresh guys like Keith Lee and apparently next carrying Cross, but now since you fucking buried him, can't do anything right. No disrespect to Jeff Hardy.
Not only did they
Can't do
get
anything
buried,
right.
they buried Keith Lee in his hometown.
You fed him to Bobby Lashley for 7 minutes. And that could have been your SummerSlam match. You didn't need Goldberg. That could have been your SummerSlam match right there. Something new, something fresh. Nope, bring back Goldberg.
When WWE knows we wanted Brock Lesnar, but y'all feel like y'all didn't want to make Brock look weak for whenever he faces Roman. After Bryan gets done, after B Nation gets done, I'm gonna let Pro Gamer go off on this business. Go ahead, Bryan.
May I? And you had so much potential. And a guy that I always look at, Ricochet. What did you do to Ricochet? What did you do to him? What did you do to him? It could have been something amazing. And you even had the audacity to bring legends back like Rey Mysterio, who's still in the fit prime of his career. Which, now I respect him more because he's on SmackDown, but when he was on Raw, it's rough. It's rough.
Terrible storyline at that time.
I agree with that.
If you're just joining
Had
us,
potential, didn't go anywhere.
if you're just joining us for the podcast, we
However,
talked about
the
Punk.
Dominic match was good. That's about it though.
If you're just joining us, we talked about Punk and Bryan possibly going to AEW. Now we're getting into the good shit. We're going off on fucking WWE. Bryan, if you have anything else to say, go out.
One thing I look at for both wrestling is men and women's division. But after who you put as your women's champion for Raw,
Wow.
I can't look
Should've
at women's
been Liv
wrestling
Morgan.
the same ever again. Well, let me ask you a question before I let you think of. Who was the first person you think of when you think of women's wrestling back in the day?
Trish Stratus.
Yes.
Lita.
Who else do you think about?
Trish Stratus. Lita. Molly Holly.
Bad things.
Mickey James. That's why.
Who's the least for Eva Marie?
And now you have a fucking comic book hero as your champ. Listen, no disrespect to Nikki Cross, the person. I had a lot of respect for Nikki Cross. She did Sanity on NXT. She looked really good. She was crazy. She was psychotic, but she had an aura to her that was really interesting. That I thought, hey, she wins a championship. I'll be fine with it. Then you turn into a fucking superhero comic book thing that I don't even know how to explain. And that's your women's champion? You let her, listen, don't get me wrong, I don't like Charlotte, but I'm just so fed up with Charlotte anyway, I don't even complain about Charlotte anymore. I'm just like, whatever. And you ruined Rhea Ripley as well. You're ruining Bianca Belair. She's putting against Carmella. No Sasha Banks is there, and I don't blame her for not being there. No Becky Lynch, which, good luck to Becky Lynch coming back in this division if she comes back. There's no growth. Your women's division is the worst it's ever been. And I thought the women's revolution was bad. No. No. This is worse. This is worse. This is worse. And to all the geeks out there that defend this shit, fuck you. Fuck you. Sincerely, a fan that you have lost. You may go now. I said my remarks. You may go, Ty.
Okay. What have you
You can
done?
go last, Rob, because I know you have a lot.
What have you done? What have you done to my boy Ricochet? Why is he wrestling in pants?
That is strike number one. I should have talked about that. You're right. Why is he wrestling in pants?
It don't
What
fit him.
happened to his tights? Why is he in pants? What is he now? What is he, the scrawny version of Dean Ambrose?
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Like why?
A swing and a miss as you chase.
And there's no like. I know some people hate this, but
That'll give way to the third
like,
base.
it's they don't even live up to their own name of you know wrestling entertainment anymore. Where's the entertainment? Like there's not even anything funny anymore.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's
Like,
behind in the
like,
count.
at least there was some laws where you know you get like you know some funniness out of it. Like our truth, where is that?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on a minute. What the fuck happened to R2?
Dude, the 24/7 title is with Reginald.
Why? Why is he still like this?
Is in for the third time.
No,
I don't know.
What happened to the funny man? What happened to R-Truth?
It's not on the show anymore. He just does the Raw after show, whatever.
He looks like he's toying with it here. It's 0-2. Even though we're late
Like,
into this ball game, this guy's
It's
feeling still
like,
top notch. This guy's
dude, SmackDown like at least watchable, like, but Raw
for
is
an
like.
even 20 strikeouts now thus far.
But that's the problem. They're trying to weigh on SmackDown, which I get it. You're on Fox. You want to weigh on them because they're the bigger show.
Becoming the third
But like, come on, man. Raw is supposed to be the one that starts the Raw is supposed to be the one that starts the wrestling week off. You start with a hot night on Monday night, 3 hours, enjoy yourself, and then you move to Friday
I will
nights.
give them credit. The first couple of Raws after an hour cell was good, but after that, it.
Now into the box, Jackie Robinson. He struck out.
And I was like, okay, fans about to come back. I think Raw's gonna get somewhat decent.
It
No!
was actually
No!
decent after Hell in a Cell.
No! Ever since fans have come back, Raw's been in shambles.
Like, after Hell in a Cell, it was decent.
I
the first,
get-
like couple weeks, but after it's
I get WWE will always have its fans. I get it.
like.
But
You do need the fans to make WWE. I do agree.
But defending this show makes you less of a person.
Hey, I'll give them credit.
Yeah.
They did really well for what they had, what they could do during the pandemic. They did really well, honestly. They just, I mean, it wasn't always good, but
No,
they did.
but
what they could do.
I do agree for what they had to work with.
Like,
It is what it is.
It's worse than what it was then when they get fans. It's worse now.
You would think after a loaded Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which that pay-per-view was one of the strongest Money in the Bank pay-per-views
Oh my god!
I've ever
that
watched. It was great.
That might have been like my favorite one since 2016, maybe.
Like 2016, right? Like because the most unique Money in the Bank is the cinematic one that we got during the pandemic. I agree.
don't know how I feel about that. Like,
I don't know how I feel about the winners because the concept itself was cool and it worked too.
I was happy that Otis won already.
He's the worst Money in the Bank holder. They did him so bad. And they let Asuka win, and she won the title for like no reason. Like
no title. It was so bad.
it was so bad. I loved Asuka in NXT. NXT Asuka will always be my favorite Asuka.
There's one thing I agree with JD on is it's never good when you get brought up from NXT and you're undefeated. Because they're always working on a way.
Like he said, hear these words. Triple H creates, Vince McMahon kills.
Like what
And
happened
he's
to Asuka?
right.
She was
That's what happened to Asuka. That's what happened to Ricochet. That's what happened to every single person.
Up to WrestleMania, they were riding her demise.
Dude, the only ones that are somewhat not even really surviving, but decently surviving, are like the Four Horsewomen. Those are like the only ones that are surviving right now.
Kevin Owens?
That's it.
Kevin Owens and
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I mean,
I guess Shinsuke, but he went through a long road. Like he went through a long road.
And he's slowly declining though.
Yes, you could also say,
You actually Sammy, you could say. Sammy, you could say. Sammy's not bad. I mean, his promo works really good. But here's the thing. Originally, I would have said Finn Balor as well, but you fucked him up already once. I'm scared you're gonna mess him up again. I'm scared you're gonna mess him up again. I'm scared you're gonna mess him up again.
They're already putting him against Roman for the title.
See, I don't agree with that. Save that down the line, bro. What the fuck?
Which is probably gonna be next week. Next week.
He didn't say a specific date, so maybe things change. But I'm assuming it's gonna be on a random SmackDown, which it shouldn't.
Cena versus Roman.
It shouldn't be on a random SmackDown. Like, honest, it should not be on a random SmackDown. Like, that's like.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. Dr. Phil's V-Card.
What they've done to my boy Ricochet, man.
We gotta. You guys in? Hello.
Dude, what they did to Ricochet.
It saddens me, really.
And all the other NXT talent. Like, I'm scared for anyone else who gets called up.
The next one up,
Tommaso Ciampa
Karrion
said.
Cross
Tommaso
and
Ciampa.
Bronson Reed. Those are the next two.
Tommaso Ciampa said if he gets caught up.
You know Vince doesn't like fat guys. Oh no.
Tommaso Ciampa
Yeah,
said if he
Bronson's
gets caught up.
fucked. Bronson is fucked. Bronson's fucked.
Look what he did to Keith Lee.
And bro, it's not even any better with the women, bro. They took out Shotzi's last name. They brought out Tegan Knox, who just came back for like no reason, and now they're like in a dead women's tag division. Like,
Black her out of her name.
they just call her Shotzi now. Why?
Vince does that because if he doesn't, Vince does that. If he doesn't hike a name, he's going to take it out.
Like, I'm kind of glad that Riddle's getting his name back, but he was Riddle for like the longest. Like, oh my, how long are we talking? But like, still, at that point, you should have kept his name in the first place.
They changed his name like maybe a month or two after he got called up.
Yeah. And he moved to the Raw when he was on SmackDown for like, what, a whole Baron Corbin feud?
His tag team with Randy Orton is pretty good because Randy Orton got injured.
Unfortunately, he did get injured. He was supposed to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match, but
He's been moved to the inactive / disabled list. So
sorry, Randy. Feel bad for everybody. But Riddle is kind of holding it down. Still, though, like, if you're gonna keep a guy's name, but then change his name, but then change it right back,
this doesn't make sense.
why change it? Why change it?
I am honestly surprised they have not changed Keith Lee's name to Keith or to Lee or something like that.
Or to Lee. Yeah, I agree. And I have a feeling they're gonna do the same with Bronson. They're gonna change his name to just Reed. Just Reed.
And then don't even get me started on the stuff they like. First of all, I'm not even really mad that Karrion Kross lost. It's more of a fact that where's Scarlett?
Yeah,
where's the mystique? Where's Scarlett? Where's the smoke? Where's like the cool red lighting? Where is it?
Pretty lady.
Where is it? Where is she? Where is she?
Like, he's without Scarlett. Like, his character's not that good.
He's bland. He's uninteresting. He's bland. That's it. He's boring. He's bland. Like, why? Like, the only reason I know is because I know Scarlett's trying to get in ring or whatever, but like, bro, why split them up? Like, why? Why?
and they cut down his interest as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, do you like? Did you see Tony Storm's finisher?
That was kind of cool.
The Storm 1.
Of course, they had to call it a Storm 1 though.
From what I know is Vince wants
it.
This is what I know. Vince wants to make Tony Storm the biggest star on SmackDown.
I'm fine with that.
Very cool with that.
Just don't ruin it like you ruined multiple.
Seriously. Don't do it. I felt bad for Zelina though. Zelina had to be the one to
Well, I knew she was gonna get very well from the day she came back.
I agree with that.
Oh, helicopter.
Although, dude, like, you look at like even the NXT roster, the NXT Women's Division is starting to get better because WWE is taking the women from NXT's division to the main roster. Like what? They got what?
Literally.
Mandy Rose in exchange.
All they really have right now is obviously Raquel Gonzalez. He's just champ. You have
Yeah.
Dakota Kai. You have Frankie Monette, which is Taya Valkyrie, but she's not ready yet. You just have Saray. She's not ready yet. Like, there's a lot of women that are not ready yet to go after Raquel.
I mean, I'm probably gonna get Io Shirai again at some point.
And I swear, if I see Mandy Rose on a takeover, I'm gonna fucking scream. I'm gonna
Yeah, no,
fucking
like,
scream.
why didn't they put her back down to fucking NXT? That's some bullshit.
All she is look at no talent. Look at no talent. That is it. All she has is looks. She has no talent.
I
The
can
only
hear
thing that's cool maybe
I
her
can hear
fin.
Lewis now.
Honestly,
I can hear Lewis
she's
now.
improved over the years,
I
but
can
she's
hear
still not
Lewis-
that good.
I agree with that.
I
I
can
agree with
hear
that.
Lewis now.
She was
That's some
way
bullshit.
worse when she had
Way better than Eva
absolution.
Marie.
I can hear Lewis.
Yeah, I'd rather watch it.
If you
I
should
watch.
knock anyone down at NXT, it should be motherfucking Nia Jax.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Teach her how the fuck to actually
To wrestle.
And don't injure people.
Shatter. Like, seriously.
I was so mad when she injured Kairi Sane, bro. When she injured Kairi Sane,
I
bro,
was mad.
I was so mad. I was like, why? Why
Jabba
Kairi?
Hutt Jr.
Why?
over here
Why?
watches leg drops like, oh my head.
Like, I mean,
And why team her up with an ultimate MMA badass like Shayna Baszler out of all
No,
things?
no,
Why?
no, this is what I didn't
Why?
like. Back in the Royal Rumble 2019, Shayna Baszler was going to win that match. I was pissed off at it. Because I wanted Shayna
Because
Baszler
Charlotte
to
won.
win.
Right.
I was
I
pissed
agree.
off.
No, Charlotte didn't go for the women's title. She went for the NXT title. Like, what was the point?
That day right there that she
And she won
won
it
that
too.
title at WrestleMania, that was the day.
That was the demise of Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
She
They
hasn't
were
recovered
going-
ever since.
We're going to
Two
start
things that
to
Charlotte
bury
Flair
her
did.
very early.
No disrespect to Charlotte Flair and the person. No disrespect to the person.
No disrespect to the person.
But the
I
character.
she's probably an okay
She
person in real
got-
life.
No, I'm telling you, the only reason she's pushed is because of the name Flair.
Not only
yeah.
that, listen, she buried Asuka at WrestleMania 34.
Oh no, Rob, I'm guaranteeing you.
Oh
right
no, the
now,
match itself was excellent. Don't get me wrong. But she won the match. She
Rob.
broke the streak.
Hold on, I'm telling you right now, Rob. The day that Asuka got called up, Vince and the creative team was writing her demise at WrestleMania 34.
Let's talk about the credit.
JD said it best. He was probably like, okay, she's up to the main roster. Who's gonna beat her? How are we gonna get her to lose? Like, that's what Vince was thinking when they bought up these stars. Whoever has an undefeated streak. Look out. Look out.
I mean, look. Let's see. Karrion Kross,
Yeah,
Asuka.
Asuka,
Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
My thing is, like, if I had an undefeated streak, you earn me lose. I have to actually lose the match. I'm not.
And it has to be the
throwing
right person. And it has to be the right person. It has to be the right person.
Rusev.
There's
Oh,
three
Miro?
people.
Hey,
people.
Hey,
There's only.
hey,
there's
shout out to
only-
Miro. Shout out to Miro. He's doing really well on.
There's only two
Shout out to
people
Miro.
in creative.
Xander's
Hold on,
mad
guys.
about that when John Cena beat Rusev for the US title.
No, hold on,
He
guys.
was- no, he should have won at WrestleMania.
I agree with that. The only good
only
thing about
two
that,
people.
right? The only good thing about that, he did form the US Open Challenge. That is it, though. But I do agree.
Let me ask you this.
Rusev should have won. Rusev
Now,
should
let me ask you this.
I agree with that.
Since we're streaming, since we're still doing the podcast, there's only two people in creative: Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon. Every time a creative team comes to Vince McMahon, he does not like it. So he scraps it and he puts his own idea on there. Ain't that fucked up?
Yeah, that's how you. I'm telling you.
Now it's 0-2. Yeah, this is straight.
Vince wants
Eventually,
to do,
if
Vince
people
wants to
get
do
tired enough of his shit,
yeah.
the entire league ends.
Vince does it his way.
Well,
Survival mode. 0-2, the numbers are
it doesn't matter how Vince likes it. It does not matter how Vince wants it.
Yep.
What matters is the fans. And the fans
Oh,
don't
not the
like it.
fans.
Well, of
Oh,
course,
not to Vince. Oh, not to Vince.
Here's the thing. Vince is what I call retarded.
I call him retarded. I call him out of touch. I call him any other word that you can say to Vince McMahon. That's him. That is him. And you have a genius in Triple H and the family. You have a
Speaking of Triple H, Vince,
Bro, you're trying to
Genius.
basically bury everything he just
I want to say
created.
this. Vince said no to a
Triple H creates, Vince destroys.
I'm going to say
Pretty
this.
confident.
I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going to say this. Vince McMahon said no to a Triple H CEO spot. He said no. He wants Stephanie. He wants his daughter to run the company. Not Triple H.
I mean, she's doing the women. Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
But for the men, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Yo, guys, did you hear about this? A women's king of the wing.
Yeah, I heard about that. Why? Why now? What's the point of it now?
Now,
What's the point of bringing?
honestly,
What's the? What? Wait, Ty. I know you heard about this. They're doing a pay-per-view on New Year's Eve, or New Year's actually, and Trae Young's gonna be hosting that. They announced that at the Rolling Live thing, right? Why bring that back now if the shows are not as strong as you want them to be?
Well, see, you know why this would be a good idea, women's king of the ring? Because if they do it correctly, they could, apparently, it might be on Peacock. If they do it correctly, it could be kind of like the Mae Young Classic.
The last King of the Ring we had, I think, was 2015, I think.
Yes.
Which King Corbin won. But the last good one that was exclusive to the network was the one that King Barrett won. He beat Neville in the finals, which honestly I wish Neville won that, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, I wish Ricochet would have won the one, you know, the recent one.
Oh, that recent one? Well, I didn't care for the recent one, but I mean, hey, Chad Gable and Corbin did have a solid feud. I was actually okay with that. That was the one thing on Raw. I was like, all right.
I think Ricochet should have won.
You're just saying that because you like Ricochet. That's too
No,
bad.
no, it's because he used to have a gimmick where he was a king gimmick.
That's very true.
Johnny, would you like to say anything about AEW or WWE while we're on the podcast?
Alright.
About these CM Punk rumors, about these Daniel Bryan rumors, the floors. And you can go off. There are no limits. Go ahead.
Very plausible.
There are no limits. Go ahead.
No worries, bro. We really talking about Ethan.
Ethan, you scared the fucking shit out of me. I'm like, who is this motherfucker falling? I'm about to bomb his ass. Fucking Ethan sitting here like, yo, what's up? Cause I was trying to deliver my shit. Yo, hold on, Ethan, can you take me back in the fucking town? Oh,
yeah, but there's no rules and you go off.
Alright, so, honestly, my thing about that is, I think they're jumping the gun a little bit, because, actually, now I more think about it, I think it's definitely a good possibility of that happening. And I think it's probably gonna debut CM Punk in Chicago, like I assume you guys were saying.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan was honestly kind of a surprise for me, because here's the thing, even though I don't follow it, I still thought Daniel Bryan, like, I thought he was like, oh, he's gonna like still go against Roman and Edge. I thought they were still doing that weird like 3-way rivalry.
Well, they did. Well, they did Roman Edge at Money in the Bank, which, by the way, was a really good match.
Don't care.
And obviously, you had the.
I don't care. Don't care.
Hey,
Like, no.
Not care.
yeah.
Try to make something happen with 2 guys.
Don't care. I now hate Seth Rollins.
Dude, I'm telling you, he had him dead to rights.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to
Of course, Vince is gonna write in some bullshit way.
Yep.
You couldn't just write it way. Vince is the guy that had things his way, or not at all.
He wants Roman to keep the title until WrestleMania.
Stepping in now, Jackie Robinson. He offers at it and hits it in the air.
No!
Grossman is there,
I
makes the catch.
don't know what they're playing at WrestleMania.
Vince,
Dude, I'm telling you.
hey yo, then hold on a minute. This is why they didn't bring back Lesnar to face Bobby Lashley, because they didn't want Lesnar to look weak when Brock faces Roman in the future. That's why they did it.
Now to back, Nico Goodrum. He'll stand in to open things up here in the
Where are we
third.
going?
You know, these next
But
Dude, I don't know. You're just fucking driving like a.
but you can go
dumbass.
off on WWE all you want to. But
Alright,
you can
WWE, fucking garbage.
for these guys. You know, they're only
It's a shit show.
Raw
get something going on offense.
No,
Pace.
WWE,
This one's
it's a
skied out
shit
to a
show.
right.
Matt down to Kennedy.
There for Andrew. One
Like,
away.
if Vince isn't like all over something,
Next here
then
is
yeah, it has a chance of being good. But if Vince has any major involvement of it, it's basically always trash.
you see that's the problem with Vince. If he doesn't like you,
That, and you know, it doesn't help. We live in a fucking community with an actual fucking shit show.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
see that's the problem with Vince. If he doesn't like you, you gonna get buried.
Uh-huh. You don't say Ed got buried or anything. See, the funny thing is, every time Roman has faced Edge, Roman has not won in a clean way yet. That's the only good positive thing about Edge losing. Is that he hasn't actually lost clean.
soft liner to the right side, and that is in there for a 2-out
But
base.
Xander,
Well, at least,
But you
well,
can
at least it wasn't
continue.
a. Well, at least it wasn't a Uso interference. At least.
Oh no, they did. The mysterious.
But they didn't end the match though. It was Rollins who fucked it all up. Because Rollins was. Honestly, he kind of gave it away when he did that promo after losing the.
I know, but I think that was
Kind
kind
of
of
gave it. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be Rollins Edge or something.
but Xander, yeah, you can't continue.
Alright. But yeah, it's basically almost always a shit show.
Run for the center fielder.
Because Vince wants things his way, and if it's not his way, it's not good.
Nope.
But Vince's way is actual garbage, because he only has a select few people that get everything.
Go
It's like
work.
fucking capitalism. It's like the fucking politics in general. It's fucked. Where a few people get all the power and the rest get fucked. And that I fucking hate.
What? God,
What?
I'm an idiot.
Also, I took your bike.
I know.
Here it comes, 1-0.
I had to get back to the shop so I can get to your bike. But back to what I was saying. That, and it doesn't help. We live in an era where people are like built like snowflakes and get offended by everything.
Yep.
So, you know, we have this stupid
I definitely
PG
agree with
era.
that.
But, like, back, you know, when people just did not give a fuck, that was the good days. That was, you know, where everybody wasn't butthurt because someone said something that the other dude didn't like.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed
Then,
stuff.
you know,
But this guy's located and
there's a
feeling
bunch
really
of
good
other
about
shit
his
where it's like,
fastball.
what the fuck? Like, you
Hey,
wonder
give me your car,
how,
buddy.
all set for the start of the fourth. And that'll bring up Jonathan Scope.
Where are you at?
At my fucking auto shop.
Oh, let me kill this guy real quick.
Now, let me go off on something for a minute.
Alright.
Brian, you know how much I'm a Baron Corbin fan, right?
Ever since he came to NXT? Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I know. You respected Baron Corbin.
They fucked up his entrance.
And I did.
When he won King of the Ring, they fucked up his entrance.
It's fine now.
Back when he won Money in the Bank, he should have been champion then.
John Cena.
They should have let him become a main star champion.
But Rob, John Cena
No!
said no.
Pitch on its way.
And Jinder was the champ at that time too. Oh, a time we live in that Jinder Mahal was WWE champion.
Oh God, Jinder was champ. I'd rather have Corbin as champion. I like Corbin.
Now you see, now, Vince is like that typical neighbor that has his dog crap in the yard.
And that's when you cave in his skull.
Yep. And Vince is also that type of person that he does not give a fuck what you say because he's rich and you're not. So fuck what you think. Xander, I know how much you like Edge. And I respect that. I like Edge too. But when he won the Royal Rumble, he should have been champion. You're right about that.
That's what the fuck I said.
But
you know,
but knowing the... You go ahead.
But Vince, you know, it's like, no! Roman has to be champion! Roman has to be invincible! We didn't need a second John Cena! Like, seriously, nobody, like, who actually liked John Cena? Like, after, you know, at first when he became champion, it was cool, alright? But after a while, everybody got sick of him.
Is that repetitive?
Yeah, it got repetitive. That's where Roman is. He is repetitive as.
When you're auto shop and there's something just floating above the goddamn middle of your auto shop. There's a giant light.
Would you guys like to add anything before we end it?
Yes. WWE. Sincerely pick up your shit. Seriously. I need something better.
And not the same matches every fucking week.
You're starting.
Yeah, that was another problem I had. It was like rematch of Mania in that bitch. It was rematch of Mania galore.
Now,
so many
if
rematches.
it was like an actual good rivalry, I understand a rematch.
Now it's sad.
Yeah.
When you start off the week.
No.
In the show that's, you know, basically the minor leagues of wrestling of the WWE is better than your show that's starting off the week. 99% of the time NXT is better than Raw.
You know what I think? I think Vince is killing NXT. I think he's killing it.
Oh, he is. He's burying NXT because they're losing it to AEW right. That's probably why he's burying all these talents that he's calling up.
But what he doesn't realize is that's going to bring the ratings down.
Yep.
Exactly.
Even more. That's what Vince doesn't realize. He's just burying his own company. Honestly,
that's been
I think this is a message to people that bro, the strong only have power because the weak give it to them.
Now, when Sam called the personality, that song speaks facts if you understand it. It's about leaders like presidents dying.
That's it. I'm getting on
Kennedy and ML King. Both were leaders, but when it says when the leader speaks, the leader dies. JFK got shot. ML King got shot. That song speaks facts.
Yeah. Also,
Does.
one thing I want to add. Legit WWE. If you guys are doing a women's thing, and it's like the Mae Young Classic where you're bringing in free agents to compete, bringing in wrestlers that are thinking about signing somewhere else, please, God, sign some of them. Especially,
we need fresh variety.
yes,
We need fresh
even the
variety.
NXT ones.
We need a few more. Because during Frankie Monette, a lot of potential. Saray, a lot of potential. But other than those two right now, it's looking a little stale.
Io Shirai
It's looking a little stale. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we ain't fucking ducks. We don't want this stale shit, bro. We want good
Exactly.
quality bread.
We want fresh matches. Fresh storylines.
Fresh bread.
That's
bread.
Brian, do you want to say anything?
Like, I can't anymore. Like,
Brian, you want to say anything?
Please.
Before we end it.
Alright, let Ty finish. Let Ty finish.
Please,
Finish
get
up,
my
Ty.
man Ricochet out of jeans.
That fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at bats.
Man should not be wearing jeans.
Give him the biggest winning streak. Hell, I wouldn't mind him in the IC title seat on fucking SmackDown or something. Give him something to do, bro. Let him go to because apparently there's supposed to be a draft coming up after SummerSlam. They didn't announce anything yet, but apparently there's a draft after SummerSlam.
I think Edge will get drafted to the Raw.
Yo,
They're gonna get Raw a lot because Raw needs some assistance, like major assistance. They need some
Hopefully
help.
Ricochet goes to SmackDown.
Hopefully Drew McIntyre goes to SmackDown.
alright.
Drew needs a fresh start.
Yeah, alright. Guys, who all has Battlegrounds here?
You mean the 2K Battlegrounds game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2K Battleground.
I didn't know. I'll play it. I can re-download it real quick. It wouldn't take me long.
Yeah, I can re-download it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote you Xander with Raheem Lillard.
Brian, you want to say anything?
Okay.
Oh, you used you used the fake character. Well, not the fake characters, but the in real life characters. All right, I'll finish up now.
Ew, he uses.
Brian, you want to say anything?
Listen.
Before we end it.
I'm gonna say this now.
Vince is retarded.
Oh,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
Xander. And we're all going to speak.
Vince. Alright. Vince is a
I
had to say that.
No, I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you. All right. Okay. All right. Xander, you'll get this reference, right? You know how WWE Raw feels right now?
How?
It feels like Escobar dying. That's how I feel right now as a wrestler. Yes! That's how bad it is! Which, R.I.P. by the way.
Now even
R.I.P.
does.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, I know it hurts. R.I.P. Escobar. No! But that's how I feel. And I'm giving WWE 1 month to fix their shit. Oh, not 1 month. 1 year. That's a good word. I'm giving them 1 year to fix their shit. If they do not fix their shit, I'm not watching the weekly shows. I'm not doing it. I don't care if SmackDown is the greatest show of all time. I'm not watching it. No, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Because I already tell they're probably gonna ruin Finn Balor. They're probably gonna ruin everyone
They already
else.
did once.
They already did it once, probably gonna do it again. And when Karrion Kross comes up, he's gonna be a joke.
Who is this stupid Raheem Lillard?
Damian Lillard.
Okay, Xander.
There's Gronk, Damian Lillard, and there's someone else.
Okay, Xander, you... Brian, you done talking?
Dude, I'm gonna.
I have one more thing. I'm giving them a year. I'm giving them a year to fix their shit. If they'll fix their shit, I'm done with WWE. I'm cutting off WWE from my life. I'm cutting it out.
Can I get a Shane O'Mac cheese
Okay, Xander.
at
You
Shane?
want to say anything?
You can say your last shit before we wrap it up.
Alright, so This is how it is right now. This is we have AEW right now, which is the Escanor in this situation, and then we have Vince in WWE, which right now is Esterosa.
Oh, tough love. Oh my God, burn! Ah, my God.
You Mexican.
Not Escanor, bro. Oh.
I'm not being Escanor right now.
Oh my God, not Esterosa.
Oh God.
Dude, I like Esterosa.
I do too. I do too. It's just,
Mexican.
you're just treated the wrong way, man. Treated the wrong way, man. Anyway. Any of the final words, Xander? Shoryuken. All right, Rob, you can wrap it up. Finish it up, brother.
Okay, now, guys, when we get more info about Punk or Bryan, we will be back. Now, are we going to be doing? I probably won't be watching All Out or Rampage, but Bryan will. When Bryan gets done watching it,
I will be the insider because I will be going to a friend's house to watch it for his birthday. It's on his birthday. So
I know.
I'm going to be going to go watch it.
And
I am also going to the AEW show on September 22nd. I'm going, so I will be there live.
I'll probably won't get to watch it, but I'll get notifications on my phone to see what happens. Now,
Guy, get in the ring.
if we still have a month and a half until All Out, that gives us a month and a half to talk about Punk or Bryan. If there are any more updates, as soon as possible, we will let you guys know. Hey, yo, Vince, I'm gonna say this. You ruined Baron Corbin. You ruined a lot of people. Vince, you can go fuck off. And this is for 2K. We're giving you one more chance with 2K22. This is your final chance.
Hey, if the 2K game is good, then I won't even care about the company. I'll just focus on the game. But that's if it's good. If it's garbage,
no.
We're going to AEW.
we moving on, boys.
We're going to AEW.
moving on. We moving on, bro.
So-
We moving on.
And words of DX. Vince McMahon, suck it.
Let's get ready to suck it!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Robert. That's Xander. That's Bryan, and that's Ethan. We'll see you guys for episode 2. Have a good night.
See ya.